right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast, hosted by Sooner or Later TV. I am the saddest host in online entertainment, Joey Guevara. Alongside me, I have four spoopy individuals that'll be reviewing movies this month. I have Alex, the mother of horror Medina, James, the romantic comedian Lopez, Eric, Mr. 4K Nieto, and for the first time ever, superfan Haley, the sister, daughter. Which last name do you want me to use?
You can use Keaton.
Keaton.
I only have one.
So yeah, this week is episode 31, and we are reviewing The Nun. I was asked before the stream started to read the synopsis, because word big. Synopsis.
$10 words in here.
$10 words. Someone actually asked me, I used that phrase at Alex's wedding, and somebody was like, what does $10 words mean? I went, don't worry about it.
Just, never mind.
Okay.
I'm too drunk to answer this question.
I also don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
It's just a really big word.
It's a big word.
Yeah, so it's like a $10 word.
Like fancy words that have the same meaning.
Exactly. It's like you whipped out your thesaurus for the first time this month, and you're like, I'm gonna use indubitably, right? Like that would be
I
a $10
can't even
word.
pronounce that.
I'm gonna use facetious today.
Yeah, I think that was the word that I used.
Oh.
And they were like, oh my god. But it's almost a term of like, oh fuck that guy, he's being a pompous ass. He's over here he's using $10 words.
That sounds like Joey.
So this is Joey 100%.
Well, the first time I ever heard that saying, he was like, what words do I say is like a $10 word to you? And I'm like, oh, what?
Nah.
Yeah. And then I had to go through the whole spiel that I just went through now. When a young nun at a cloistered abbey in Romania takes her own life, a priest with a haunted past and a novitate?
I want to say novitiate.
Novitiate?
On the threshold of her
Then
final
it's a $30
vows.
word.
That is the $30 word. That's not me. It's not two people with college education.
We should have pre-read this shit.
On the threshold of her final vows are sent by the Vatican to investigate. Together, they uncover the order's unholy secret, risking not only their lives, but their faith and their very souls. They confront a malevolent force in the form of a demonic nun. Alex, why'd you choose this movie?
Because I feel like out of all the Conjuring movies, it's one of the scariest, and it's one of my favorites.
That's a discussion that I can't wait for us to have later on.
That's heated discussion.
But okay, so it's one of your
James'
favorite.
face, he's like,
It's one of your favorite Conjuring movies, or one of your favorite.
It's one of my
movies?
favorite, like, Conjuring movies.
Of the 9, I think, right?
Yeah.
They put out.
I gotta
Okay.
look it up.
Some production information. Cinematographer was Maxime Alexandri. And director was Corin Hardy. Box office. The Nun grossed. Oh, girl. I'm going to have to walk you through how to make this document.
This one, yeah.
What do you mean? That's exactly how you would word it. The Nun grossed
No. But
11...
we never write it in a full sentence. We
just read the sentence.
We just give the data points.
Okay, take the data points. It earned
The Nun grossed
117
$117.5 million in the United States and Canada, and $248.1 million in the other territories.
thank you for asking me to join, guys.
For a total worldwide gross
Wide
of
world.
wide world gross of $365.6 million against a production budget of $22 million.
Did you copy and paste?
Yes, she did. Becoming the highest grossing film in the franchise. Rotten Tomatoes, 25% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 35% audience rating. So do me a favor, and then next week the next time you do one, make sure you look at somebody else's so that you can get or maybe it's my fault for not making the template better. I'll do the template better. I'll make it so that it's more...
it had all the information on there that you wanted.
Just look at the one I did like 2 weeks ago. And
Yeah, Eric had a really good one. It needs to be the actual template.
All right, I'll modify the template. So yeah, I mean, it grossed in a lot of money, especially with its $22 million.
Yeah, I didn't know it grossed that much. Like, holy shit.
There's 8 movies.
It
Shit,
came out
we
around
saw it
Halloween too,
twice.
though, wasn't it?
What's up?
Didn't it come out around Halloween? Because that's when we all went to go see it.
Yeah, it did.
Well, this movie had a lot of hype.
It did.
Did
But
it?
it just
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of did.
And I'm gonna let you know.
What?
Spoilers. There's
Oh,
spoilers.
spoilers.
Later, I'm
James,
gonna let you know.
When was the last time you saw? When was the first and last time you saw this movie?
First, last, never again last week.
Wow, okay. Eric,
I have multiple reasons though.
when was the first and last time you saw this movie?
First and last time, or the first time I saw it was last week.
Okay.
Not the last time though.
Are
you gonna watch it again?
When was the first and last time you watched this movie?
The first time was when we all went to the theaters and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last time was probably like 3 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure I was forced to watch it.
Sounds
It's a
about
good
right with this
movie.
household.
No, actually, it wasn't here. That's surprising, but it
movie.
wasn't.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
The first time I saw this movie was the week it came out, and then the last time I saw this movie was last week. Alex, when was the first and last time you saw this movie?
Oh Lord.
Every day for the past
What?
2 weeks.
First and last time, bro. It's
The first time is when we all went and saw it in theaters.
when it came out.
When it came out.
Mhm.
And the last time was, I don't know, I think I watched it this week.
Ugh.
Again, at some point. I wanted to be fresh.
You wild.
Fresh.
I just watched a recap video. I wasn't watching it.
Dude, I went to Quizlet and
Okay, so I mean, like, 3 of us have watched it recently, and 2 of us have only ever seen it once. Okay, let's talk about some shit that we like about The Nun. I know there's a lot, so just rattle it off, guys.
Yeah.
All right, the Abbey visuals, cool.
Yeah, they
That's all
did
I
really
got.
good with the graphics and stuff like that. The movie itself, I'm pretty sure I looked at you
Hold
guys
on,
like,
hold on. We'll get to the negatives here in a minute.
oh, we're just talking about like the
Just-
graphics
just
and the
the
back.
positives.
Oh, yeah, it was really
we're,
good.
We're going to
Like-
talk about reasons that that somebody listening to this review should see this movie.
Oh, I like the like change between the time periods and stuff like that through the movie, like how they did with the special effects, the costumes and stuff like that. Like that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I think the set design was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they did really good with that.
Well, they actually shot on location at an abbey, maybe in Romania.
Well, when I was reading the facts, they actually couldn't film inside the Abbey because,
It's probably actually really haunted.
no, I'll get to that too. But,
yeah,
but apparently it's like forbidden to film in an actual abbey, so they had to like create things outside. So the director and everything created sets along like the brick walls and stuff like that to make it realistic.
That's kind of cool. Girl, let's rattle some stuff off about what you like.
Wait, so they actually like used the exterior of the Abbey? But
Yeah,
like,
so they
Yeah.
it sounds
So
like they
they
built like an
filmed-
outside.
They filmed at a castle in Romania,
Right.
and they wanted to film at an actual abbey there, but it was forbidden. Whatever, like I guess their religious beliefs wouldn't let them film inside.
yeah, dude, that the main bitch. I forget what they call her.
That main bitch.
She's an abbess.
Yeah,
ab-
abbess
Yeah,
is
she was
name
probably
to
shut it
these.
down. She's like,
Yeah.
nope, not in my house.
Her creepy ass definitely shut it down.
She's like, "Fuck you guys."
Um,
Amen, right? No.
Hell
so
yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
They used like a castle in Romania or Transylvania. It's in my facts somewhere. I have to look at it.
Some Ania.
So,
Yeah.
some type of
Really
Ania
Transylvania,
place.
you know, the
Transylvania.
hotel they filmed the like the cartoon in that one.
So and then yeah, they built like doors and stuff along like the castle walls and stuff like that to make it look more realistic.
That's cool.
I think
I
that,
really like some.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Filming
Go
ahead.
also took place at the Corvin Castle in Transylvania.
So it was Transylvanian. Okay.
Yeah.
So like some of the coolest things though were like the overshots of the castle.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
just looked. It looked like it. It added like a nice somber tone to the movie, and it kind of did spook you a little
I'll
bit.
give you a somber tone.
I'll give you a spooky a bit.
I'll give you a little spooky bit. I think the acting
Always.
was really good. I mean, I've never seen. I guess. Have we all watched American Horror Story?
Oh yeah.
Maybe Eric
Yeah.
might be the one.
Which
who
one?
hasn't.
Which season?
The very first one. She was
She's
in
in
Murder,
Murder
House.
House. Yeah.
Coven.
She's
I've
great.
I've only watched Coven.
Oh, she was
So
in
she's
Coven.
She's
in
in
Coven.
Coven.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really good.
But what's her name? The younger Farmiga sister or whatever.
They have hard names to
Thaisa.
pronounce.
Taysa
Yeah.
Farmiga, right?
Yeah.
I think
Something
she's
like
great. I think she's
She
a
is. She
fantastic
has done a lot
actress.
of horror stuff. She's really good
So
with it.
It's actually really funny that she's in a lot of horror stuff because there was a fact that she tried to watch The Conjuring and 4 times, but it was too frightening, so she couldn't finish it. And
Oh,
I
so
wanted
she's just
to,
soft.
yeah.
She's soft as
and I'm
hell.
like, how are you in
Yeah.
all this horror shit, but you can't watch it?
But I heard it's really different though once you actually go on a set and see how
Well, because there's
everything's done.
30 dudes all looking at you with a camera.
yeah,
It's like,
like-
this is fucking scary.
And there's
Yeah.
hella lighting, and
Yeah.
you know, like, hey, old boy's coming out in 3.2
Like, see, I
seconds.
feel like I'm opposite though. I feel like I would be more scared like on a set doing it than actually watching a movie.
Right.
Knowing my
I-
like some Final Destination stuff would happen and I would actually like probably die. Like something would
Oh,
hit me the
no.
wrong way.
I have never seen the father or Frenchie in anything.
The father looks familiar.
Dude,
I
the
don't know what I've
father's
seen him in.
hard, dude.
Dude,
He's fucking
Yeah.
stay
Well,
strapped.
This guy's been in hella shit.
Yeah, he has.
I'm really mad that you brought him up because I was
Oh.
going to put this fact in there, but then
Go
I was
for
like,
it,
it's
let it
not
rip.
really that important. But I guess it is. But they actually call him like the James Bond of. I don't know. I'm going to find it.
Hold on.
The
I need your
horror.
pencil. I can't. You're really
Like
cooking me here, girl.
Pennsylvania.
I need something.
Oh, okay.
He's like
Jonas.
the
Hold on.
Hispanic James.
Hispanic
Bond.
James Bond?
Oh, he was an
find it.
He's in the
alien.
Hateful Eight.
Shit, he's in Machete Kills.
Yeah, that's what I
He's
was
in
thinking.
Hidalgo. La Historia
Oh, he was in the
Jamás
A Hateful Eight
Contada.
too. He played Bob, the Mexican. That makes sense.
Oh.
That's where I remember him from. Okay.
Oh,
Where?
you and Maddie's were actually
The
where I
Hateful
seen him
Eight.
from. Yeah.
100%.
So
yeah.
he's the James Bond of soul savers, saving the world one soul at a time.
What is that?
Oh, because he
like-
was in The Grudge and
So you're
Alien.
saying the actor or Father Burke?
It just says Father Burke and James Bond. And then it says Becker, I don't know how to say his name,
Wow,
calls
that's
his
racist.
character in the film Father Burke, the James Bond of soul savers.
Okay,
saving
so,
So it's
Father
his
Burke
character.
is the
Yeah.
James Bond of Soul Savers. Soul Savers.
He's from Mexico.
Wow.
Oh.
Mexican American.
Okay. I've heard that stupid fucking song way too much.
Uh-huh.
Shit, or Frenchie's gonna be in The Nun too, apparently.
Oh,
He
shit.
would have
Makes
to
sense.
be, right? Yeah.
Why?
It depends where
Well,
the movie takes place.
Yeah,
at.
it depends on where it
yeah.
takes place.
If it's
I
like a
feel like
prequel, then
The Nun 2 or whatever would probably be about his story leading up to when he.
That would make
has
Ooh,
sense.
his-
Give
like-
me more younger Farmiga's sister.
I mean, she might be in it.
Fuck this fucking
Dude,
guy.
She retired after this film.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she,
she was
didn't want to
over
be a
it.
nun.
Yeah,
She ain't
did.
never seen Frenchie again in her life.
Whatever. She had a mouthful of Jesus blood. She's like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
unstoppable, dude.
But
Yeah.
no, I feel like it would just be
But she
about
wasn't really-
Oh,
Frenchie's
Valerian.
story.
Okay. What do you play in Valerian?
Wow, that was a cacophony of words. He was Katron Warrior in Valerian, the City of a Thousand Planets.
I hear that movie sucks.
Oh, I mean, it does.
Oh,
but
It
yeah,
did.
the guy who played Frenchie was apparently in that movie. He's also been in a lot of stuff. He's had pretty steady work since
Yeah,
2009.
Max.
I just haven't watched anything that he's ever been in.
Yeah, he's never really stood out on anything, though, is the thing.
He
'Cause I
doesn't-
don't even recognize him.
He doesn't really stand out in this movie either.
Yeah, I was
though.
gonna say he
Yeah.
doesn't really do it for me in this movie.
I mean, this
pretty
movie doesn't really
unremarkable.
stand out.
I think it does stand out, though.
James.
To be honest with you, and we'll get to that a little bit later, I think it stands out in the same way that the first Annabelle movie stands out.
True.
That's awesome. Yo, okay, I get you.
Yeah, hey, got there, we put them together, baby.
Yeah, I'm there.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
But yeah, I think the acting was great. Even some
I
of
think
the
that
go ahead.
the two main leads did the best they could. Like, I think they
I
did a
don't
great
think- hold
job.
on. There you go. They did do a great job. Don't say the best they could. I think they did a great job.
I mean, it's the story itself has
Yeah.
flaws. Like, it doesn't really have a purpose almost. And
And I don't
think
know
when
how
they have their
like,
moments,
religious you guys are either, but like some of the facts they were doing and stuff like that, especially the Catholic Church, like just didn't add up to what they were trying to do.
They're
in the
very
story.
religious.
Yeah.
You're talking to some religious boys right here.
Yeah. I mean,
They
I
took
feel
over
it.
the
I
house.
definitely feel it being a part of this podcast. I can sense it.
Yeah.
But if you just go into it and see some of it just
I got my
doesn't.
Jesus
Oh
piece.
shit.
Ooh.
Girl, what? So, I think it's pretty obvious, right, by the way that we're talking, that you are definitely the biggest fan of the movie. So hit us with what you liked about it, and then in the negative part, we'll tear down your
Yes.
opinion
Yeah,
wholesale.
I know.
hell yeah, sister.
For me, I just really love the storyline because I've seen all the other Conjuring movies, so it really just brings them all like together. Seeing like the very first one that you're supposed to see, because if you watch them in chronological order, it's supposed to be The Nun, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle The Conjuring, Annabelle Comes Home, Annabelle Comes Home.
She gets a perm. She comes her.
All right, I think we found our next short idea. Come here. The lyrics are earned.
The Curse of La Llorona, The Conjuring 2, and then The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, which hasn't come out yet. But
I'm excited for it though.
yeah, me too.
Oh, I didn't know this was like the first one. I know.
Yeah.
I know they showed like a
Chronologically.
picture.
Well, chronologically it is.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Chronologically, I didn't know this was like the very first one.
Yeah. So
Well, 'cause
for
a lot of
me,
them are more
that's
modern
just
day.
exciting. And then I just really loved The Nun. Like, she's...
Dude, the creature design in this movie is
Yeah.
so fucking good. She's so fucking
Yeah,
scary.
the design
So
is everything.
She looked
But
really good.
Ever since...
I don't feel like it. I'm more of a person
Eric's just
that.
negative Nancy today. He's just
No, like I'm
I
saying.
can't see the
I mean, I get
scares.
what you guys
Things
are saying,
scary when I
but-
can't see it.
Fuck
This
up.
is why he doesn't
When I
play with us
can't
either.
As soon as I see the face of the monster, I'm not scared.
True.
But did you ever see the second Conjuring movie, Eric?
No.
Watch the second Conjuring movie. She's a bad bitch in that movie.
Yeah.
With the first time that she's walking through the hallway and you get with the of like the horns or whatever that play behind her, you're like, hold on, bitch. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Like I thought
You better not.
I thought the main bitch was scarier because you couldn't see her face and
Yeah.
you can like kind of see something.
Oh, the Abbess?
My thing is,
Yeah.
I don't think there was enough to spin off like her character. Like, I think that's the issue with some of the spin-offs. Like, spin-offs in general. Like, a lot of people like the character in Conjuring 2. It looks cool. So
and then you
they're
throw
like,
her into her actual story. They just
Well,
kind of
ever
downplay
since-
it a little bit more because they want her to stand out in the other movies.
Well, ever
Ooh.
since I saw
Good
her
insight.
in The Conjuring 2, I was praying that they would make a nun movie. Because I wanted to know more about her.
I think if it had a different writer, it would have been a way better movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they do it justice is my issue
Yeah.
with it. I totally would be okay with the spin-off. I just think it's just not done as well as it should
It was a good
Right.
story. It was. Like how Alex said, it tied everything together, but it's just...
Yeah, but
I mean, it
it's
fits in the universe.
it's a good movie in that sense. Like Ant-Man is a good movie.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's an okay movie.
But it's
But it
just
fits
there.
so
It's,
well
yeah.
in the universe, and Paul Rudd is such a good fucking actor that you forgive it for its
Yeah.
downfalls, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's the same thing. I think it's a perfect in-universe movie. But if you stood it out alone, it'd be like, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
okay.
and that-
I don't think it
And
would have
like,
made
if-
a lot of sense.
right.
If this movie wasn't a part of the Conjuring universe and you watched it on your own,
It'd be
I don't think
bad.
you'd be as fond of it.
It'd be
No.
so yeah. Because you'd
Yeah.
be like, why do I fucking care about this? It'd be like any other exorcism movie. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I get it. Okay, you're being fucking exorcised.
But that's how I
So,
feel
like-
about Curse of La Llorona, though. I think it's so stupid.
well, because
But
there's
I
no
had to-
emotional attachment to
No.
that one.
No.
Like, the only...
Yeah, and that's why it failed.
Well, and
It
the
did.
only reason why I bought it is because they show Annabelle in it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, fuck, I gotta buy the
Well-
movie now.
That
Well,
was hot, Joey.
to me, I'm more interested in the Curse of La Llorona because, fucking, that's like a folk story that my fucking parents used to like talk about,
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
Hispanic people
Uncles.
talk about it.
and I'm like, oh shit, like I feel like that would spook me more.
Well, no, that movie had
that
a lot
movie
of
had no
potential,
spooks.
but it was just boring.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. I think they need to get back to just doing the Conjuring. These spin-offs, like, they're
Well,
starting to lose flair.
The Conjuring, the reason that those movies are so fucking scary is because those two motherfuckers went out there and did it.
Yeah.
They were
it's
there.
Their stories,
and they were
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
seeing this witch spin this bitch in a chair and go all fucking crazy with it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but like The Nun is a wholly fictional thing.
I guess it
this
would have been
spin-off-
better if they actually like continue doing the movies with their stories. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna bring up a movie about the nun, like make it a part of like go more off of what you've seen in The Conjuring.
Wait,
like how
this-
did you discover her and stuff like that? Like what
This
made
wasn't
you?
this wasn't like a real story by those two dudes.
No.
No.
Two dudes.
What's their name?
The-
What are their
Ed
names
Ed and
again?
Lorraine Warren, no.
Yeah, don't disrespect
Adam
them, dude.
Lorraine.
Put some
Sorry.
respect
So,
on them.
Yeah.
no, but Valak, which is the nun, like the demon and the nun, is based off of a story from Lorraine of a demon that she saw wearing a white, like
Hood?
cloak or hood.
Okay, cloak, yeah.
So they took that story and they basically like spun it to be the nun. So
yeah, they dramatized
So
it.
Yeah.
it is a milliliter of truth inside
Yeah.
of a 2-liter bottle.
So,
It
like,
probably
one
wasn't
of
even
her
a nun, it's
stories
probably, like,
was
some old
someone
nanny who got like
in a cloak,
sheet.
but they're like, hey, I'm gonna make this better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a scary
This is some
nun.
based on a true event ass shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's true like how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is true. The character of Leatherface is an amalgamation of like 6 different serial killers.
Yep.
But it's
Yeah.
based on a true story because this is a true story and this is a true story and this is a
Like
true
all the
story.
people that one person killed were killed by someone who they put those characters together with.
Yeah.
and
Right.
made.
Well, and then
Yeah.
the main like cannibal like creature, like not creature, his actual person that he's created off
Dude's a
of.
creature.
Yeah, he might as well be. It's like
Straight
it just
savage.
takes. Yeah, it just takes like they take from that guy and they're like, oh, let's make it creepier. Let's put him in
Spookier.
Texas with a chainsaw.
We could call it Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, girl, do you want to gush about this movie a little bit more before we move on to eviscerating it?
I really like the visuals in this though.
It was.
Like,
It was
I
really
think so
good.
too.
The angles
the, like
and
the
all that,
top
how
down
they
view
did it.
when they were
Yeah.
both praying, and she's in white, and then the rest of the nuns are in their black
Mhm.
clothes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
really like that a lot.
Yeah,
They
the-
did good with making her stand out. Don't get me wrong, but
The movie definitely had some cool shots.
it did.
But that was
Yeah,
about
they
it.
chose some interesting like shots though, like the wide angles.
But
the
it makes
top-down
sense though too,
angles,
like how
that.
Alex said, if they're doing most of this from outside and stuff too. You know what I mean? They had to get those shots to give
Was
it
it-
the surreal.
Alex, do you know for sure or not if it was actually raining? You like made a comment when the
Yeah.
three of us were watching it, and you were like, "It was actually raining in this scene."
Yeah, because when we did Annabelle Creation,
Yep.
that episode, when I was looking more into like the Conjuring universe and stuff, I've read something that it was actually raining that day on set.
That kind of shit adds ambiance, dog.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that
Makes
the
it mad
fucking
scary.
rain sound. I was like, ooh.
Ooh, spooky nun. I'm a spooky nun ghost. All right. So what didn't we like about it?
The nun doesn't really do anything.
She just
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, she stands in the
corner.
corner and they're like, oh shit, and then she like goes away,
Oh shit!
and you're like, oh, I'm good.
And then like if you're looking in the mirror, she's
She's just chilling.
Behind
She's
you.
chilling.
Yo, but hold on, wait. So that special
But
effect
she-
though of her going from the shadow into the actual mirror, come on, that was dope
It
as
was
fuck.
good.
It was
It
so
was
good.
cool. But
There's
then-
too much.
but-
I just
Go
didn't
ahead.
like the fact that. Oh, go ahead, James.
No,
You're still
There's
going.
just too much going around the corners and shit. Like the whole
Yeah.
movie's running around in a fucking circle.
Or running around in a graveyard full of
Yeah,
fucking
true, yeah.
crucifixes.
But
Yeah.
you also have to understand she is such a strong demonic presence that she could take form of other things. So just because you didn't see her
like a crucifix.
personally
Go
doing
ahead.
stuff doesn't mean that she wasn't controlling like the other nuns, or she wasn't controlling like the dead nuns out in the graveyard, or
Well, she
stuff
was
like that.
everything.
Yeah.
But
But
the
she
thing
was-
is, it's
she was
just like, but
everything and
she
she was nothing,
still didn't.
You know?
But yet she still didn't do anything. Like they weren't really in harm's way, like most of the movie.
Yeah.
is
Dude,
my
the priest
problem.
was when he got fucking.
my
buried
boy
alive.
got he
Yeah.
got
Like
like set on
20 minutes into
fire.
the movie.
Yeah, it was
and then
at
he was
the apex
smooth
of the movie
sailing.
and shit.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. My
So
whole
apparently
thing
he
is-
tried to do that stunt himself, and the director was like, nah dog, you're gonna have your stunt devil do that.
Wait, which one? Where he like?
where he falls backward into the casket.
Oh, really?
That's a pretty
Yeah.
deep
Wow.
hole. He might
So-
have lost his.
It's
Yeah.
about 6
Yeah.
feet, but if it's padded, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a fact that I read earlier.
That was
What
a
if he
fact.
fell wrong, dude? Come on.
I mean, yeah, that was
Yeah.
always allowed. He could have fallen incorrectly.
That crucifix would have fucking just straight punctured his fucking heart.
I didn't like that, like, the parts they tried making the most, like, spookiest and scariest were, like, the most predictable moments, I guess. Like, when they're all standing in the room and stuff and you're waiting for one of them to turn over. Like, yeah, it kind of, like, made you, like, I don't know, shake a little bit. But at the same time, you're just like, all right, well, this is one of the best parts where you have all these people standing together. She's freaking out. She's crying, like, losing her shit. And then you're just going to be like, bam, here's the nun. Like, okay.
Yeah, this movie's super jump scary.
Yeah.
It is super jump scary.
Dude, but it didn't even get me. I don't know if it's because we were
I-
like in a living room, all
I'm
fucking
gonna jump.
sunlight.
I'm gonna jump to my favorite part. It didn't get you, Eric, but you were also sitting like this. You're like, damn, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Yo, this shit ain't scary, bro. It ain't
The-
scary,
but
bro.
what did get me though was the panning shots where they would pan from one shoulder to the next.
Yeah.
But they
But
kind of
there's
abused
overall-
that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it was too predictable at
Yeah.
times
Yep.
towards the end. And I'm like, oh, here's another panning shot. Oh, there she is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what's
Oh, Great.
gonna happen. I just don't think it was as scary. Like, especially like I feel I feel like, so the only ones I've seen bits and pieces of The Conjuring 2 and then one of the Annabelle. I've seen actually 2 of the Annabelle movies. And I found those scary. Like, this movie I didn't really find scary.
For me, it was scary
Like-
for people, like how Insidious was scary for people, in a sense. You know what I mean?
I found Insidious
yeah,
as scary.
exactly. Oh, well,
Insidious
for
was
me-
scary as hell.
It was
Yeah.
scary, but it's just like, I don't know, like you guys said earlier, like once you see the face and stuff, you're just like, oh, okay.
No,
like-
hell no.
Dude.
Even after I saw
No,
that motherfucker
100%.
in
Insidious,
no,
I don't know.
like,
To me,
"Ah!"
Insidious was just like a creeped out version of Deception. Like it was just like, oh, okay.
After
this kid's
Insidious, you
stuck.
see the devil dude, and the rest of the time, it's not scary.
Yeah,
Lipstick
exactly.
face man.
Yeah.
But
What
he
is
gets
that?
you
Wanna
that
be
first
Star
time
Wars,
when
yeah.
it's daylight.
Nah,
He gets you.
even when he's
it-
all tiptoeing through the window or whatever. I'm like, oh hell no!
We'll do that
No.
movie another week. It's fine.
I don't want it.
Mhm.
That was actually our second movie that we did. Was
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Insidious.
those horror movies that we reviewed last time were a lot scarier to me than this.
Yeah,
one.
I think this is the least scariest horror movie we've seen.
And then the
Least
biggest thing
scariest,
is like,
huh?
okay, so it's this huge religious building. You have this one demon running around fucking shit up. Like,
The
guys-
strongest demonic presence.
it could be the strongest, but you also have how many people living in that house that you can put all together and get rid of her somehow. Like,
But my thing, she was able to kill everybody else, but like couldn't do none to these 3 ass
that's
people.
what I'm saying. Like, how is it that the people who, I don't know. For me, it
She
just
fucked
didn't.
all them
Although-
nuns up.
Although I
but-
really like.
But it
the
was
whole,
so
like,
hard
it
for
was
her to
over
get to
time.
these 3 people who had like barely any religious ties and stuff like that are just there, like just look, you know what I mean? Like that just didn't
Yeah.
make sense to me.
The priest, I understand. The other 2, she should have murked them early.
But then again, I guess
talking
because she
about?
probably had
She's
more
a
of a
nun.
bond to them because she was there longer with those nuns and stuff like that, then that
Yeah.
would make sense. But they didn't really go into detail on like how that was possible.
But
I
she's
want to
not
bring up
technically a
a potential theory about. Hey, Dad, how's it going? About why potentially Sister Irene was so powerful, and online, all the people who are trying to make this movie be like super fucking mind-blowingly good have kind of put together that they chose Teza Farmiga because of her sister, and that there's actually a connection between Sister Irene and Lorraine Warren. And so that's
See-
why she's so powerful, because Lorraine was such a
Okay.
powerful medium. And
if
so-
they said that or hinted
then
at
it would have made more
great.
sense.
Right, this is.
But
this
for me,
is
that's like
fans
when we
that
were
are
sitting there in the
piecing shit
when we were
together.
sitting there in the
That's why
theater
we
though, I was
need
just like, dude,
the
like
nun
how
too.
are all these people like getting fudged, and then like this one chick's just like going with it, like she's just all good, like.
I
That's
mean,
funny because she hasn't taken her vows yet, so she's technically not even a nun.
yo, but
Yeah.
when she takes her vows, she's like Goku going Super Saiyan
Yeah.
3. He's all like, ah!
But in the end, she takes her clothes off, and I don't even know if she stayed with that shit. She was
Well,
just
like
like,
even
I'm
with the
putting on my regular
outsiders,
clothes.
like they had more of a chance than all the other nuns did.
Well, he
Yeah,
had
they
a
just
gun.
spit. That's all they had to
Frenchie
do.
had a gun.
Yeah, but
Blow
she-
off
She's a
motherfucker's
She's a
brains out.
demon. Like,
I honestly didn't like how actiony it got once
Yeah.
Frenchie was like.
So
Bah!
the first time I saw the movie, my first comment was, it should have never taken the action movie route for the first half or last half an hour. That
No.
was the worst decision that they had ever made.
Killed it for me.
Yeah.
I think at that point,
100%.
that's when I kept looking at you guys like, we're staying for this. Like,
the,
we're doing
the
it.
whole scene where she's like coming out of the water and she has her tied up and all that stuff is kind of stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Stupid. But the effect of the nun taking over Sister Irene was pretty dope.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has
Pretty dope.
scenes, it has moments
Dude.
that are cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give it that.
They just weren't consistent.
I mean, fuck. With what they did with $22 million, it's kind of astounding how good this movie looked.
How much area they had for $22 million is kind of
Right?
crazy. They
Yeah.
look big as shit.
They went everywhere. And yeah, they
Yeah.
made this fucking Abbey look so goddamn huge. It's like a maze almost that you can absolutely get
Yeah.
lost in. And then the writing was, they spent all the money on the production, and then the writing, it was just a bunch of chimps slapping the
Yeah,
fucking
literally.
keyboard in the back.
Like, this is what we have left, so you guys have $100 to make it work. Like,
Well,
you don't
they-
get any
they tried to,
edits.
like-
Like, that's it.
They try to do like background story like on the priest and they're like, oh, this exorcism that went wrong with this little boy, and then it doesn't really have a payoff when he comes. He's chasing him around and then he like falls into the grave.
He
and
bites
that's
his
it.
eye, too. He loses his eye
Yeah.
to the little boy.
Yeah.
The little demon boy.
I really like that
Yeah.
backstory too. I thought that was.
But,
cool.
like, how cool would it have been if we had actually seen the whole scene?
Exactly.
I would have loved a 15, 20-minute scene of him exorcising the boy, and then he dies. Like, the boy dies, right? Because, like, it was just kind of almost like a slideshow of, like, he goes in, he yells at the... he yells at the demon, and
I'm
then,
gone.
like, that's it, you know?
Yeah. And
Yeah, there would have been a lot more heft on like why this is like weighing him down. This boy.
the movie has potential. That's my issue with it, and that's why I don't like it so much. Is because I feel like there's a lot of things that if they just would have done a little different, could have been great.
Yeah.
But I think it's the
It
writers.
was a good movie. Like, don't get me wrong, it was good for the latest movies that have been coming out for the horror industry and stuff like that. Like, it did pretty good, but there just, like I said, there wasn't enough consistency in what they were trying to do with certain storylines and how they're gonna explain this thing like over thoroughly. But then like the important parts. I mean, I guess it makes sense now because we know there's a second one coming out. So hopefully those answers like I don't know come out, but.
Yeah.
It didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I think they have a huge chance to knock
They're
it out
either
of-
going to redeem
Why you
themselves
do-
or they're not.
you-
They're going to mess it up even more.
Girl, you better stop doing shit over there
Well-
and start talking about this goddamn movie you made
No,
us
you guys
watch.
are talking shit. I'm not.
Because this is
I'm
the
not
part where we talk
participating.
about...
But you could try to defend it if you wanted.
I did.
Okay.
And then we shit on it. No, the
Yeah.
issue though with prequels,
Yeah.
it's a prequel problem.
Yeah.
Because it's like they have this big dramatic scene, and it's like, well, it doesn't fucking matter
That's
because
what
he's in
I was doing.
Conjuring 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you guys defeated her. We did all this, you know what I mean? But she's still in all these other movies messing shit up. So if she was, like, actually bound to these grounds
Yeah.
and stuff like that, then how is she going out? And I don't know. It just didn't make sense.
So real quick, so she like dies because the blood or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then girl has it in her mouth, and then Frenchie like gives her CPR, kisses her or whatever.
No.
He didn't get no blood in his mouth.
No. So this is what happens when all you do is you watch a fucking recap. You fucking cheater. You quitter.
I've seen the movie.
you
I
spark-
literally watched
no,
it.
No, you didn't watch the end where they reveal how it happened because they
The
reveal
reveal.
how Frenchie had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Spark note ass bitch.
but
he didn't watch this at all.
Note ass bitch.
he saves her afterwards though.
No. So what happens?
Can you remind us, Joey?
Yes, I can. I was just
It's the
about
whole
to walk you
snake
through it.
thing.
Yeah, the nun shoots. I don't know. Sister Irene, after having been taken over by the nun, shoots a snake into his mouth.
Yes.
From there, so think of it like Horcruxes, right? She broke a piece of her soul off and embedded it into Frenchie.
Yeah.
From that point on, he's possessed. He just
So
doesn't
once
know
he's-
it yet.
So once he's possessed, does he save her with the blood of Christ in her mouth? Yes or no?
No. So, okay, so he gets possessed, and then that's when the nun goes after Sister Irene. They fight in the
Correct.
pool. Sister Irene
Yeah.
breaks the glass, puts the blood in her mouth, and then she spits it on the nun. The nun dissolves. He goes and he saves her. There's no more blood in her mouth because it got all washed out when she
So a
was
piece
drowning.
of the nun was left in...
Yeah.
Right. That's what
Okay.
happened.
You're telling me the blood of Christ, that's it. There's no residue. It ain't that strong. It's just like, oh, this water
It's
fucking
gonna
got
kill
it.
this
I don't
demon,
think
like the
demon
most strongest
Frenchie-
one, but...
I don't think Demon Frenchie would go in and fucking French kiss the inside of her mouth. You know what I mean? All
He's
he
Frenchy. That's what the French people do.
did- he's possessed,
He
idiot.
blew.
Yeah, he went in.
Well, that's what I'm
he
saying.
went in,
So
he
since
went-
a piece of her was left in him, is that how
And then
maybe
left.
she became into the Conjuring and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah,
she
so
just
at the end of
left?
the movie, then you see the beginning or the first 20 minutes of The Conjuring 2.
They downplayed
Yeah,
the blood of Christ.
I
The
think
blood of
Nick-
Christ should have fucked him up.
So Nick in the chat actually just made a good point.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian. He's French.
Yeah, he is French Canadian. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Duh, James.
So
You
I
didn't
mean,
read
like,
that in your Spark Notes?
but like
Yeah.
it makes sense. I don't think there's a huge logical leap there. It would make sense. You know, she just drowned. She's fucking breathing and
Yeah.
shit and trying to get it out. Of course, it's like she fucking puts a mouthwash in the bitch and washed all the Jesus out.
My thing is though, it's like it should technically all be like holy water because the fucking blood of Christ is in that shit.
Yeah, but no one went in and went fucking sana kusana or whatever the fuck it is.
Dude, the blood of Christ alone, it's everywhere. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
I
all
was gonna say.
powerful.
But I feel like once it did its job in killing the nun, it's kind of like other supernatural like things where it just kind of like
Yeah.
evaporates and disappears.
Yeah, maybe like the healing nature of it is like out the window.
All right, yeah.
It's
You know,
so-
the blood of Christ, one shot, one use.
It's
That's it.
soaked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but how does it work for the other movies then
It's
when they use stuff
soaked
like
up-
that?
So the blood of Christ soaked up all the demon that is Valak, and then it's basically just like dirty water. Like you're not like a mop, right? You fucking use the mop and you clean up the house, but then you're not gonna
Yeah.
drink that water because it's dirty mop water.
Because
So
after
you're
But-
telling me if like 5 serial killers go to church and stick their hand in holy water, and I stick my hand in holy water, it doesn't work because it's dissolving all their like bad.
yeah, because you got serial killers
that's,
sin
that's
all
the
over.
point.
you.
Yeah.
That's the
If
point
you
we're
go in
making.
and if you dip your hands in the shit, you might get fucking convicted for those murders. You got a little bit of serial
Because-
killer
I'm
sin,
calling my
yeah.
priest immediately after this, and I'm asking him a
Right.
bunch of questions.
because the
Like-
water was like blood red when the nun was being
I guess that's why. Well, that's what I was like trying to say earlier. Is
Yeah,
like
she
with
got
all the like
disintegrated.
Catholic
Killed?
religious beliefs and stuff that they were trying to put in the movie and stuff, like that stuff to me didn't make sense.
What?
My thing is the blood of Christ should have fucking took out the little bit of demon that
Yeah.
was in him.
But
No.
again,
It took out a whole demon.
He
Like
was
Alex stated, the
passed
most
out.
powerful demonic. Yeah, like it took her out, but not
He's
this little piece
no
that
more
was in
powerful
him.
than Christ himself.
You
No,
don't know that.
but
He created these demons.
All I'm saying is, Jesus Christ wasn't God's first son. The first son was like, "Fuck you, homie, I'm out."
okay.
Deuces.
So this is how it happened.
Okay.
So this is how this shit went down. Now dig this.
She
Broke the vial of blood, put it in her mouth, blah, 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 blah.
Nun picks her up by her neck.
She spits it out, the blood turns red, Frenchie's in the other room still passed the fuck out. Nun disappears, Frenchie comes out, sees old girl in the water, water's not red anymore, so of course he can run up and grab her.
Thank you for that rousing rendition of the last 30 minutes.
Well,
of
that's
the
what
film.
I'm saying
problem.
though. So like he was passed out. Everything goes to shit while he's sleeping. He wakes up, mind you, he's already has this little piece in him or whatever. But by the time he gets there and stuff, then he gets possessed.
No,
Little
he's
piece
already
was what they called me in
possessed.
high school.
But like possession
I remember.
comes and goes. Like you're not automatically like I'm a demon. Like
Well, that's
The
what
demon
I'm
has to
saying, though.
pick
So,
and
like,
choose.
if
So
it,
in
that,
that-
that's why I guess that's what James and I are trying to say though. If it worked on this huge, like you said, it was like this huge, most powerful demonic thing. Why wouldn't it like work on the little piece?
Because
Like, he was
all the
around
gas
all this
was
the whole-
gone. They used all the gas on old girl, so there's no more gas. That blood had nothing else left in it.
But
But that's not.
so my
that's
thing
not
is,
what's-
if this
It
blood of
clearly is how it
Christ
works.
can close some shit that got from. First of all, it opened up back up from a nuke, which is dumb as shit. But
Nuke.
Yeah, go tell that to
Look, okay,
Hiroshima, homie. Go
so-
tell that to them. They ain't gonna say that
so
shit.
that storyline is a little funky. Not gonna lie.
We already blamed the writers for the
But
bad movie.
we're just gonna look past that part.
Because the
My
Nun
thing
2,
is-
for the rest of
it-
the movie.
bro,
that
the
didn't make
Nun
sense.
2 is gonna fucking slap.
I
gonna
hope
suck.
It needs a
I
60
don't know.
issues.
Back
I-
when we
Fixing
review the
issues.
Nun 2, please, because I want to be able to like go through these arguments again. Like I'm so excited.
I don't know because everything that
If my
I've read.
answer-
Yeah, I don't know
Don't
if Haley
come
can
out
come
in
back
the
for
Nun
the
2.
Nun 2 either. Go ahead, girl.
I don't know.
I'll recommend the movie. I'll be like, no, we're gonna next week.
that's the way to do it.
I will blow up your guys' Twitch stream every week
Alright.
until it comes out.
Girl, give us one last piece of wisdom before we move on.
It's not really a
Two
piece of wisdom.
last pieces
It's
of
just
wisdom.
I don't know why James is having such a hard time understanding this.
Because he likes Adam Sandler movies, and if it's not
Oh.
that, it's shit.
Yeah.
It's not film.
Adam Sandler got a lot better movies than this shit. All right.
Look, I am
He's got a lot worse,
demon
though.
commissar.
Did you watch the new
Definitely.
I
Halloween
would watch
movie?
this movie over
Not yet.
Jack and Jill in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, but that's like an all-time terrible movie.
Hey, but I'm just saying.
I'd rather watch this movie than Hubby Halloween, dude.
100%.
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
I can
like-
tell you right now it's going to be
This,
shit.
Hubby Halloween's rated higher.
Yeah, but that's because of all you and all your fucking.
Oh,
alt-right
it's
friends
always
went over there
it's
and were
always
like,
some
"Yeah."
shit. It's always like,
They just
well,
started watching
if
it
I
and
don't
they
like
just
it, it's not
review
good.
Okay, what's the second piece of wisdom?
No, I'm
Eric?
still. Oh.
Oh, no. Well, Eric said two. I
No,
figured he
no.
had another one.
He was telling me
no,
to.
I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
from her.
Go ahead.
I don't know, because I'm still just stuck on the fact that
She's mad at us because we didn't like it.
no, I'm just confused. Is
Confused as to what?
all. I don't know.
What?
My issue is
Look.
they made it seem like the blood of Christ was so powerful.
It is very
and at the end of the
powerful,
day,
but it
didn't
there was
kill the
only
demon.
a little bit in that vial. It did its job. It got rid of the nun.
This is the same.
It was
Christ
also
that turned
old
wine
blood of
into
Christ.
It's
Yeah,
like
But it-
5,000
When was the
years
last time
old.
it got fucked?
Whatever type
But
of shit.
it didn't get rid of the nun because like there's the
bad.
Conjuring 2
Bro, she
and the Nun
broke her
2.
shit off like a Horcrux.
Okay, but let's say that the Nun 2 comes out and it's not the
Electric
same
Boogaloo.
demon that's in Frenchie that was in this one.
I'd be totally
There's-
fine with that.
There's multiple demons.
Multiple Valaks?
Maybe. Dalek
But
is
see,
probably
now you're
in
going
there.
into a corner.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Alec?
If that was the case, then this would all
Alec?
make sense. So I guess we're not gonna know until the Nun 2 comes out. But
We
how
really
they
won't.
left it and how they did the story, like until they explain it, it's just not gonna be.
The ending, but we discussed that earlier, right? The last
Yeah.
30 minutes were weak.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
All
mean,
I'm trying to
That's
say
when their budget
is
went downhill. They were just
he
like,
was in
They
a
ran out of
different
money.
room.
we're just
There's
gonna
no
throw in
way
this
that the
movie we
blood
already
of
made
Christ could have
and-
even gotten to him because it was all used up on whatever was left of the actual nun.
Yeah, I think I agree with Alex on this one. Like,
I mean, you guys
Alex
are both
and
wrong,
me.
but it's okay.
Alex
they
and
get
me.
guys are all
canceled
wrong.
out,
You better put my
They-
name.
right?
Put my name on
Oh,
there.
Alex and Joey.
Yeah.
The issue is they should have just killed everybody, and it should have just been that.
Well, they couldn't
Like,
have killed Frenchie because
Yeah, they could have
was
Frenchie just
literally
run off.
away.
Frenchie
Yeah.
is in the first Conjuring movie.
Yeah,
Right.
he
Which
could have
makes
ran off.
sense.
He conceded to that. He conceded.
Okay.
Yeah, but they wanted it to seem like they killed the nun, which I think is the worst thing they could
Well,
have
I
done.
don't
in
think
this
you
movie.
ever actually kill a demon. You just
Banish it.
banish it
back
back into hell.
Or subdue it.
I
or
don't know
something.
how that works. I'll take your word for it.
Look, I know.
Yeah. As someone who's seen The Conjuring 7 times.
Yeah.
This week
I know a
alone.
thing or two
As
about
someone that does a
demons.
lot of research on demons,
My demonology is not that great.
I've read a book about summoning demons. I think I know. what
it's
you're talking
upstairs.
about.
I can go get it for you.
She hasn't successfully summoned any yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard finding
Shit.
raw nickel ore.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
I need to
Can't
find pure
relate.
steel. Give me a little bit.
All right,
I don't
so
know.
that's the last nugget of wisdom. We're gonna move on now. James, what was your favorite part of 2018's The Nun? I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
year it came out.
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Favorite part is probably honestly when they first go into the Abbey because it's all spooky and you kind of see like everything that's going on, and it gave me hope for the movie, like because I already knew like how badly rated it was, so I was like it's probably not gonna be good. But so I was like, well, you know what, visually it's gonna be great, and I feel like I'm gonna get some good jump scares out of it. But I really didn't get those. But like when I walked in, seeing everything, I had so much hope. It gave me hope,
Eric,
and then it ruined it.
what was your favorite part of The Nun?
Dude, that initial intro scene where like they're going down the fucking hallway, it's spooky as shit, and then the old girl gets got and she's like fucking running,
He does the white girl move.
and then she's like,
Yeet. Throws herself out the window.
Real quick, and then the whole scene where the
Of
knights and
course.
shit come in is really cool, and I would rather see a spin-off of that, but okay.
No, they would be all action.
and then you
movies.
see
It'd be
the
so bad.
cross turning upside down and going on fire. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that shit was
The
wild.
wanted-
background details are really good with that stuff.
You know what that prequel movie is, right? James?
What?
A King's Man or whatever the fuck it's called. That's basically
Oh.
what that is. That's
Good enough?
Yeah. What?
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
You missed the joke clearly.
Yeah. I was looking something up.
I know you were looking something up. Haley, what was your favorite part of The Nun? That was serious. Okay. I was like, that was serious.
No,
I was
that
really
wasn't my
asking you.
answer. No. Probably yeah, the intro, and then like maybe the first 30-40 minutes of it, like when you're getting all those like details into it, because the details did help me like not hate some of the parts that I kind of just didn't want to like, but I like the backgrounds too, like Eric said, with like the stuff going in the background, like going upside down, like how you knew there was something there without them having to tell you. But yeah, it was good.
My favorite part of The Nun was watching Eric watch The Nun. Because it was just funny watching you. You had that cover, dude. You had that Mexican blanket up to your mouth, and you were just sitting there.
I've
like
seen
this.
the Snapchats. It's true.
And you're like, all right.
It's all you need,
all
dude.
right, we
Mexican
watching
blanket
this
saves your
shit
life.
right here. That nun can't get me under this blanket.
She is dead, right?
But no, I think I like the acting. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I think everybody did a great job. I think I hope they walked off that set every day with their head held up high, thinking they did a great job
Until they read the script.
until they saw the finished product.
They only
Alex,
care about the money.
what was your Jesus noob, dude? Noob.
He's like, I will
That
tell
was
you my
me.
part. It was my turn.
What'd you do, Eric?
I knocked over some shit. I'll worry about it later.
Next
Alex,
week when he goes to sit back down again.
what was your favorite part of The Nun?
My favorite part of The Nun is the ending. Now, hear me out.
James and I.
Go on,
Still
I'm
defending this.
The ending when we find out that Frenchie has actually been possessed, when you see the cross, and then it turns into the beginning of The Conjuring 1, because my mind was blown. I was like, oh, you're right, that is Frenchie.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
See,
could
you're
see that
more in
being
love with the
hype
world.
So
moment.
you like the
Yeah.
ending, not
Yeah.
the fucking
Not the
Actual ending of the
loaded
movie,
ending.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the part she had already seen. She was like, yeah, I know that.
But
Yeah.
like you're
But
honestly
they
though
do
in
that a
love
lot
with the
with
universe.
these movies.
She
so.
is.
Yeah,
I mean, the universe is dope.
the universe is. Cool.
I think their universe building is better than fucking DC's universe building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably like the second best universe building.
Yeah.
But they also end a lot of their movies that way. Like they did that with Annabelle.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's
Well,
cool how
they
they
had
tie him
to.
in.
I mean, the way that they did it with Annabelle Creation, it almost saved Annabelle. because it almost made that movie worth it. Because you were like, damn, maybe I should go back and watch that.
But that's the best part of Annabelle.
Yeah, you really only have to watch like the first 20 minutes of Annabelle, and then that's it.
And then that's it. Yeah, and then nothing else matters. Okay, James, what was your least favorite part of The Nun?
Dun dun dun.
So I mean, I didn't really like the ending. So I mean, anything in the last 30 minutes, I don't think was great. I just seen so many I just seen flaws, and I think it's just a story writing element of it. That's all there is to it.
Okay, Eric, what was your least favorite part of The Nun?
The action-y. Once they got action, I didn't like it. And then I personally don't like seeing the monster's face, but that's just me.
Have you ever
She is
seen
a
the actual
demon?
actress? Go look
No.
up the actress. She looks like that. There's no prosthetic, other than her teeth and her eyes. There's no prosthetics for her nose and shit like that. And she's a huge woman, I'm pretty sure.
She's
Yeah,
5'7".
she's really tall.
She's 5'7"?
Yeah.
I had the same
That's
problem.
good. That's
Taller
big.
than me.
That's big for a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same problem with the Babadook. I thought that shit was
you're
scary.
crazy.
And then I saw the monster, and I was like, this is dumb.
You're crazy. Oh, I can't
Like,
wait to
I pass
shit
these
on you
people
during that
every day.
movie review whenever we get to it.
So this movie opened in 3,876 theaters.
Yeah, that was a wide release.
Haley, what was your least favorite part of the movie? It was such a random fact.
I just had to throw that out there.
I know you
That's
did.
what I was searching this whole time.
You know, the water scene just didn't make a lot of
I
sense.
just
to me.
didn't really, I didn't like logically.
No.
Logically, it sucks.
Theology
Like,
wise,
yeah,
I didn't like it.
I don't know. I don't like the hype, I guess, that they tried doing for some of the parts. They were too coincidental. They were too out there. They just made everything seem like it was just gonna happen. He's gonna turn my camera off now.
No,
He's
not
over it. Yeah, I don't know. It was good overall. Like I said, I just don't like how they made everything predictable. The best parts were
You're
just,
throwing that word "good" around a little too loose.
Mm.
This movie's okay, if anything, but it's
I didn't
really
say
bad.
it was
It
great.
has
There's a
good
lot
parts.
of
How
great
dare
movies
you.
out there. This one was good. It was good.
It's
Like
good
how
parts.
it ties in and stuff like that. I like that they put it together. I just don't like how predictable some scenes were that were supposed to be. That should have been the hype of the movie, but yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, so moving on.
Hold on, wait. Hold
So
on.
rude.
Go ahead. Go, hurry up.
So
'Cause we still have questions.
if
Hurry up.
you're wondering how scary the Nun is,
Oh my god.
during a night shoot at Castle Corvin, in $10 word, a bat flew into one of the tents where Bonnie Aarons, dressed as the demon nun, was resting.
Where was the $10 word? Bat?
No. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to figure out what the $10 word was.
Hundora. Hunduara.
I wouldn't. Is the name of a place a $10 word?
If you can't say it, yeah.
It's on Dory.
What? Oh, okay.
Anyway,
That's some $10 logic. You got
but
me.
it was rescued by visual effects artists and released outside the tent.
I see nuns outside, not nuns, bats outside to work all the time.
Spooky
Super
facts.
spooky.
And two stray dogs were
Straight dogs?
adopted by crew members and brought back to the United States from Romania during production.
Ooh,
That seems sketchy.
that is super
Yeah.
sketchy.
They totally sold them.
They
when
were
got back.
bugged. Those are
That's
some
how they got
spy
the. That's how
dogs.
they get the budget for the script.
And it was filmed
They
in
sold those
Okay, my least favorite part was the writing. I hated the writing. That's about it. Alex, what was your least favorite part?
It's flawless.
I hated that it ended.
No, I didn't.
Come on, guys.
I didn't really care for the whole storyline of the king that lived there and
That was quick. That was 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was a very long 30 seconds. When
And
you
he
get,
was a
like,
That's when
duke.
she checked her phone. Was during those 30 seconds.
Oh, history. Ugh.
But that explains why the place is so haunted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was, They explained that he was sacrificing people and all that jazz.
No, Valak is the whole movie. That guy don't matter.
Yeah.
Get that idiot out of here.
So, shooting of The Nun started on February 2017 and took 27 weeks to complete.
27 weeks?
That's long.
That's long as shit.
I thought you were gonna say 27 days.
So did
I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
This movie would have been
They-
impressive if it only shot for 27 days. though.
And
I would have forgiven it for so many things.
yeah, I would have too. I'd be like, yeah, it's a great movie now.
and
They,
they
Hurry
had
up,
a
girl.
Roman. Hold on.
You could have mentioned these earlier. Come
I'm
on.
trying. Y'all
You
were
didn't.
stuck on the whole.
You did not
Christ
try because you
blood
were just
shit.
sitting there silent. Go ahead.
They had a Roman priest bless the set before they started filming, and the director saw a handprint one day after filming and was like, "There's a ghost in this place." That's
Okay,
it.
do you want to ask the cinema score questions or
Sure.
do you want me to? Well, don't take forever, like with that last fact.
Okay, James.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Would you
Oh
rent
my
it?
god! You know what
No.
the questions are! He said no, he wouldn't rent it.
Would you buy it physically?
No.
Would you buy it
No.
digitally?
Damn it.
No.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Voodoo as a gift?
No.
You wouldn't have to.
Shoot through that. Shoot through that as a gift.
For
Yeah.
you, maybe.
She really wanted
Like,
it.
we're all gonna get you that for Christmas this year.
Right.
Just have 10 copies of The Nun.
But all different, like,
Yeah.
resolutions.
Cover art.
I will find
No,
it
no, no.
VHS. Like,
Yeah,
VHS.
VHS.
like, I will find it
DVD, yeah.
VHS. Like,
Steelbook.
Shit, give me an MP3. I just want the audio.
yeah.
Listen to
iTunes.
Would you put
Spotify.
this on the background while people are over?
No.
For whatever reason, every
Wow.
time I read that, I want to say, while white people are over.
Only
Why?
because they would eat that shit up.
They'd love
They would
it.
love it.
Would you recommend?
No.
Okay, well, no one cares. Anyway, moving on. Joey, would you rent it?
Yes.
Would
No,
you
no, I wouldn't rent it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Would you
I got
buy
carried
this
away.
movie physically?
No. Absolutely
Digitally?
not. I would buy it digitally.
In the $5 bin?
No, I don't want to own this physically because it would take up space for better movies.
Damn. I didn't even
I would buy it digitally though. I want it to be on my Google Play.
Would
I wanna
you
put it on a
this
hard drive.
on in the background while people are over?
Absolutely. This is a perfect, like, you know, let's say you've heard Monster Mash for like the 5th time at a fucking party. Throw on The Nun. Because that. Oh, shit. That's spooky. Go ahead.
Would you recommend?
I would.
Okay, James. No, Eric.
Oh, okay, Daniela. You want to
Okay,
figure out
Daniela,
what
yeah.
you do?
Would you rent it?
No.
Would you buy this movie physically?
Nope.
Would you buy it digitally?
Nope.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Voodoo?
Voodoo. I would buy it digitally for $5.
Okay.
Just
Would
to
you
have
put it on in the background while people are over?
Nah.
Would you recommend it?
I would only. I guess I'm not adding any. If no stipulations, no. If you like the Conjuring universe, yes.
Yeah, but how often are you going to run into people who like the Conjuring universe
You
but
never
haven't seen
know.
this
And
movie?
haven't.
Maybe
Yeah,
his future wife is gonna be.
She's like, I've seen The Conjuring 87 times, but that's it. Yeah, mind you, we
This
have
month,
3
though, this
Annabelle
month.
movies, 3 Conjuring movies, and 2 other spin-off movies. And she's like, but I've only ever seen the first one. And Eric would be like,
But I
oh,
love the
she came-
universe.
well, honey.
She came late into the game,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Or no, I would recommend it to Catholics and be like, yo, tear this shit down.
Go to
I'll have
Saturday
you
Night
know,
Live.
though, two sisters reviewed this movie, and they said that it wasn't terrible. They were like, oh, okay, I see what they did there. It wasn't bad.
Some people do, or some nuns did hate how they portrayed nuns as like ghosts and demons.
Nuns can't be ghosts,
Yeah.
silly.
No, they're holy,
They'd
bro.
be in heaven.
Okay,
Not in
anyway.
this universe, you hope.
Haley, would you rent it?
Nope.
Moving on.
All right. I'm
Would
never
you-
doing this to you ever
No, no,
again.
no,
like,
no,
you're
no.
so
Would you buy
rude.
this movie physically?
No. I don't buy physical movies though.
Would you buy it digitally?
Yeah.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Voodoo?
No.
Would you put it on in the background while people are over?
Yes. The white people while they're over, I definitely would.
I literally have to stop and pause.
Wow.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like it, but I would
Or go
recommend it to other
rattle
people, I
it
guess.
You gotta ask yourself. Or
Oh.
do you want somebody else to ask you?
Okay, Alex. Yes. Would you rent it?
Yes.
Would you buy it
Yes.
physically? I have. Would you buy it digitally? Yes, I have. Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Voodoo? Of course I would. I need to have multiple copies of this
Give
movie.
this movie
She
my
has
money.
multiple copies.
Would
Give
you
it all
put
my
this on the
money.
background while people are over? Yep. Would you recommend? Yes, I would.
When I move out, just so you know, this movie's always going to be playing when you come over now.
That's fine.
Every time.
Oh, you dropped by randomly? It just so happens
I was
watching
already
the
on the last 30 minutes of this movie for you. It was crazy.
All right. So our ratings. Alex, you're gonna go last because it's the movie that you picked. So I'm sorry if someone picks it. You can't go first all the time. All right, I give you enough preferential treatment as it is.
She always goes first.
I know she always goes
Because
first.
James,
Haley, what do you give 2018's The Nun?
Is it like 1 out of 10?
It's okay. Clearly, someone hasn't watched the show to the end.
I'm normally at work when I watch it, so just be
You're
happy when
allowed
I get
to
yelled
rate
at.
this movie on whatever scale you want, using whatever type of
Okay.
scale you want.
So, like,
Fake
1 to
fan
10.
Speckled Guppy says fake. Go ahead, Haley.
what'd she say?
Who is that? I'm gonna need their address after this.
She said
Um,
fake fan.
Oh.
All right, so like 1 to 10, I would give it like a 6.5. I wouldn't say it was completely horrible, but I also wouldn't say it was one of the greatest movies.
I mean,
ever.
6.5 is
Yeah.
a fresh rating, isn't it, on Rotten Tomatoes? It's like the lowest fresh rating you can get.
Yeah, I would do 6.5.
It depends how many
She's.
ratings they have. It's like a percentage thing.
Five.
Oh, okay, yeah. 6. Speckled Guppy says 6 is technically considered fresh.
Yeah.
But I think
No. If you
Sure.
like, if the person gives it a 60%. Oh yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying though. Like, but like, what do they consider as a fresh rating and a not fresh rating? It's 60%, right?
Yeah.
no, it's like 63 and under is like the garbage rating,
Right.
and then like 64 and up I think is like the fresh rating.
Yeah, but how many? Okay, but would you
It's like-
consider
it's-
60?
yeah.
I would consider 6.5 is a positive review, right?
I think anything better than F is positive. Like
Wow.
D's get degrees in community
I'll have you know,
colleges.
I gotta. They get degrees in any public university because I got a D in my networking class. And
as long as
I
it gives
got
you a
degree.
credit,
Yeah, I got
It gives
my
you
credit.
credit?
Shit.
D's good for me.
James, what do you give 2018's The Nun? Eric, what do you give 2018's The Nun?
I give it 4 out of 10 Santa Marias.
Santa Maria.
James, what do you give 2018's The Nun?
4 out of 10 nuns that just ain't doing nothing during this whole movie.
Lazy 4 out of 10
It was
lazy
like having
demonic
ice cream in
nuns.
the cafeteria. Like, what are you doing?
Joey, what do you give 2018's The Nun? I give it 5.5 out of 10. And
Jesus.
Alex, what do you give the Conjuring universe's the piece of rope that ties it all together? 2018's The Nun.
I give it 10 upside down crosses out of 10.
Are they on fire or no?
Yes.
Damn, you put the heat on it. You gave it 10 heats out of 10.
Caliente.
All right, James, I know you sent it to me, but give me all the
Yes.
wheel movies. Just read them off to me. It'll fuck the stream up if I do it in your
Scream.
Ooh, okay.
Which one?
One, two,
Saw.
three,
The
four,
original
five.
The first Scream.
Yeah.
First Saw, I'm
Saw.
assuming.
First Saw. Yes. The Purge Anarchy.
Ooh.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Yo, chill out. I got slow fingers.
Oh, my bad, dude. I thought you had a degree.
I don't type for my degree. I use speech to text.
Same. And The Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring 2.
Ooh.
I'm leaving it up to fate. If we're meant to keep going on, we're going to keep going on.
All right, so I'm going to switch
do
to
it.
the wheel. So that means that Haley will not be on the screen anymore, but she will have to be okay with that.
Bye-bye.
So, James, hit me with it.
Spin that
Will.
wheel.
Whoa, that's crazy as shit.
Wow.
Yay! So next week
It was
we'll
meant
be
to be.
watching The Conjuring 2.
Man, I don't want to watch
Dude, I tell you, Eric, The Conjuring 2 is way fucking scarier than the Nun.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably
watched
actually scary.
It is.
I
gonna
watched
be
the
scary.
first 30 minutes today,
I
and
feel excited.
not bad.
Of The Conjuring 2, The Conjuring 2 is great.
Yeah.
And I just can't hide.
Alex
So
is gonna
just
be sick
the
next
okay.
weekend.
Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerOrLaterTV for our review of The Nun. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on our Twitter @SoonerOrLaterTV and on Facebook @SoonerOrLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us on Twitch, totally okay. All you have to do is listen to us on Spicy McNasty with the last minute F grade in the chat. What a
Ooh.
straight savage.
Ooh.
We'll see if you
He
can
ain't
be
wrong.
Conjuring to that F, baby. If you didn't catch us on Sunday on Twitch, totally okay. Listen to us on any one of your... it means respect. Oh, never mind. He put F's in the chat to pay respects. Got it. Never mind. You saved that one. Now Alex isn't going to fucking ban you from the house. So if you didn't catch us live on Twitch, make sure you tune in on any of your favorite podcasting apps along with our YouTube channel to watch us on video so that you can see all the stupid fucking faces we make whenever Alex is like, this movie's great. I promise.
It's fantastic.
Trust me. And there were a
My
couple
person
statements
to-
you made where James and I both went, our episodes are recorded every Sunday live and uploaded every Tuesday unless there's a death in the family or we get way too drunk at our friend's wedding. Those are the only 2 times we will ever not show up. So make sure you tune in next week for our review of The Conjuring 2. Stay safe, wear a mask, hug your loved ones, and we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Fucking assholes waited so long to say bye.